Today I wanted to tell you a little story. So I was in class this week, and there's two things that I always talk about. So one is I really don't like to drive. Can't stand it. Feel like I should be driven. And it's not a conceited thing. Like some people take it as being conceited, but no, for some reason, maybe in this lifetime, I just always feel like I'm supposed to be driven and not drive. And it's so funny because I was in one of the classes and it came to me why I like to be driven. It's not because of what people think. Well, some of it is a little bit of fear, but I don't know where that fear base is from, and I'm working on getting that revelation, which I probably will. When I do, I will share it with you. But what I realized is that I actually loved, when I was a child, to watch out the window and see the scenery as I would drive by, especially in the summer, because I would go away to camp and I would get to see like all the different things. Is one of the things that probably helps with my photographic memory, because I can remember everything from the landmark, and that's how sometimes I navigate getting to places, right? So I had that revelation when we was in class, because we was talking about things that we remember and things that has changed us and things that have impacted us, and it brought me back to my childhood of me being on a bus and just watching everything from nature to the cars that drove by to the people, and wondering like what their life was like. So I think that sometimes me being a passenger is more exciting to me, because I get to be aware of my surroundings. I get to watch and just imagine, and I think it takes me back to my childhood. So that was one of the things that really came to me, which was so cool. And then another thing that had came to me was, I used to go to camp, and I used to have this family that I used to go to, and they used to have this chicken coop. And this chicken coop was so high up, and I didn't understand it, because I was like, how the hell do the chickens get up there? Like, the concept was beyond me. And then spiritually, I was connected back to Hawaii, where I had the chickens, because I don't know if I've talked to you about my chicken. I think I'm talking to y'all about my chickens, and that followed me around. And what I realized is I used to watch them. They would fly up in the tree and sleep in the tree right across the street from my house. This is how much bonding we had. Like, they really literally slept in the tree across the street from my house. But then it just took me back to that moment of my childhood, and I'm like, okay, they could get up there. Yes, chickens can fly at least enough to go up to a tree. And I'm not talking about a short tree. I'm talking about this tree has some height on it. And they would literally sleep on the branches in the tree. And so it just shows you how sometimes we can't get the correlations when we think we're supposed to have it, but they come when they're supposed to come, and the dots do connect. And I just thought that was an interesting thing to share with y'all, because it took me back to my childhood. It gave me a smile. It made me have an understanding of who I am. And you know, I ask that for y'all. I hope that y'all have a revelation this week, and that you find out something deep about yourself and understand who you are, because it's an amazing thing. And I hope that whatever you find out puts a smile on your face like it did for me. And that's it with story time. I appreciate you tuning into Barbie's Place, where we could just chat it up.